morning. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome and hello. I really wanted to make this video today because I've been having so many really interesting conversations with people lately, and this same tone kind of keeps repeating itself, and I really wanted to share it. So first off, I'm gonna start this video by sharing an experience that I had yesterday. Okay, so what I'm intending to do with this channel is open up a platform to where I can communicate with people about transformational journeys and personal development. And I am doing that because 18 months ago I had a really radical paradigm shift. I was really miserable in my way of living. I had a job that I was making fantastic money on, but also it wasn't fulfilling for me and it didn't feel good. So, and I've been a model for 10 years, and that comes with an entire industry of pros and cons. So, yeah, I was just in a place that I really didn't feel satisfied and didn't feel like myself. And I went through this really huge identity crisis, and this has been my journey out of it. And what I intend by making these videos is to connect with anyone out there who's experiencing anything similar, because I feel like we are totally going through this shift in our society right now where a lot of people are becoming really interested in this movement that they're seeing all around them. People getting to know themselves, people talking about higher consciousness things, and not just what's on the radio and the things that you bought recently, and just kind of very surface things that feed our ego. So I wanted to share that this is crazy, and I'm sure there's some odds website that I could look up and see how rare these odds would be, but this is my oracle deck, and I use oracle cards as a way of receiving a little bit of guidance. And this might be something that people are like, whoa, huge red flag. This has nothing to do with religion. Has nothing to do with the devil or anything. I grew up born again Christian, and after maybe about 16 it didn't resonate with me anymore, the idea of organized religion. So I walked away, and only maybe 6 months ago these were introduced to me by an astrologer friend of mine, and I have just been receiving such immense comfort from it. It's nothing demonic, or it's just guidance. You kind of have to know whenever you're going into something with a malicious or selfish intention, and you have to know whenever you're being a part of things like that. So I wanted to share that I usually do an oracle card reading whenever I am just looking for guidance on something, and the guidance that I've received from this is so incredible, and this is one of those stories that I really want to share. So this has 44 cards in it, and yesterday I had a night before last, I had a really beautiful drawing. What I normally do is sit and kind of think on what it is that I'm trying to receive guidance on, and then I'll either usually journal it or speak it to my fiance, just because for me as well, since this is something that's new to me, I really like to watch it, not to have someone to hold me accountable, but just to voice something out loud, so that it's not like I draw the cards and then I magically fit it into my way of receiving guidance. But I was sitting here shuffling the cards and just thinking, I am so grateful. That day I was thinking a lot about my relationships and my friendships that I have with my girlfriends, because last year I was in a place that was so lacking in a lot of friendships, and I felt so lonely, and I was just like, I don't have any friends, nobody likes me, it's so hard to meet people. I'm 27, and after a certain age it just gets kind of hard to meet new people. So I was in a really, really sad time, and the past year I've just had the most incredible, strong, and powerful women. As I come into my own, I'm drawing in people into my circle that are helping me and guiding me and aiding me on this journey. So it's really, really nice, and I just had so much gratitude and was thinking about that as I was shuffling, and just saying that as I'm coming into my own, as I'm discovering how it is that I want to communicate things like this to the outside world, I'm gaining some sense of confidence, and I'm not triggered by so much anxiety, and it's really a beautiful thing. So really I just said that I was so grateful, and that even though I haven't started taking those first initial steps to really get myself out there, meaning starting to post videos on this YouTube channel and starting to host workshops for pre and postnatal around Las Vegas, I know that I am in a place now that I have released a lot of my fear, and I'm ready to be stepping out into the light now. And these are the cards that I drew. So the first one was the Wheel of Life. This is from the Conscious Spirits Oracle deck, just so anybody who might want to look it up knows. So this card says, there's a little affirmation on the bottom, and it says, I need to read it. I am guided by the cycles of life and live in complete harmony with them. I guess I have to stay up here. And then there's a little booklet that kind of shows, you can like read into yours a little bit more. I'm guided by the cycles of life and live in complete harmony with them, which is beautiful for exactly what it was that I was saying. And then the second one was Archangel Michael. And the affirmation is, I am grateful for the strength and courage Archangel Michael brings into my life, which is beautiful because I was saying about being confident. And then this one I've actually never gotten, which is beautiful because I've done this so many times. These drawings have become a really regular part of my practice, and it's always such a joy whenever I come across a card that I haven't gotten, because there are some cards that I come across all the time. So, and in the booklet it will say too, if you continue drawing this card, if you're drawing this card really often, maybe this is what it means, and maybe, you know, you should start looking into this path. So I got this one, Reach for Your Dreams. And the affirmation is, I am the creator of my own dreams and achieve them with confidence. So, yet another appropriate draw. And that's not even the crazy part. So, I drew this this draw night before last, and really just like celebrated it and spoke about it with my fiance. And then last night, I shuffled everything, and I was kind of just thinking on next steps to take, receiving a little bit of guidance, and I shuffled the entire thing, did like this kind of shuffle, and then the drawing into the two decks going into each other, and then I split them into three and stack from the first, second, third, and I drew these exact same cards. I drew these exact same 3 cards out of a deck of 44. I literally shuffled the entire thing for so many minutes. I wasn't negligent about my shuffle, but drawing these 3 again, I was just like, okay, I need to make a video about this, because there has been a time or two that I will approach my oracle deck and kind of just like not really have an intention for it, not really have something I'm seeking guidance for, kind of just want to do it. And it's so crazy that nothing jumps out to me at all. And it makes sense because I didn't go to it with intention. I didn't go to it seeking guidance. And this isn't like, you know, oh, this thing has a personality and it, you know, is able to feel my, you know, but I believe in having an energetic connection, and anytime that I've gone to it with like actually something that I am looking to receive guidance on, it provides like the most beautiful cards. And I really just want to share stuff like this because these conversations that I've been having the past few days have been really great with people, but they always say, oh yeah, I have a friend, she's such a hippie, she's really into like yoga, you know, she's really into meditation and stuff. And I really think this is an interesting thing to talk about, because why does something like knowing who you are and living your life with intention fall into a category of hippie or like out of touch with reality, or, you know, crazy spiritual, or like this is the base nature of all of us. And the reason that we don't see everyone walking around caring about themselves and what they put in their body and moving their body and living healthfully and living to the best of their intent, we don't see that because we're so distracted by a lot of things, and our society has kind of taken us in a different direction to where we're being told, and some people believe it, but some don't, we're being told that spending time with ourselves and caring about ourselves and having acts of self-love and self-care is like a selfish thing, and that you need to be, you know, there for your responsibilities and then maybe give some time to yourself if you have time. But what we know and what we see is that if you're not taking care of yourself, and if you're just giving and giving and giving and giving and giving to other people and not taking time to refill yourself, you're drained. You are tired, super tired, exhausted, mentally exhausted. And I speak from this because I teach a lot of prenatal moms, and that is the time in your life for women when you are giving so much. And that is a time, and I tell my moms this all the time, that is the time that you need to be extra proactive about spending time with yourself and, you know, asking for help if you need it. That's another thing that we've really gotten into, is feeling like we're superheroes and that we can take care of everything for ourselves, and God forbid we ask anyone for help, because that means that we can't do it on our own. So really a lot of it is our ego getting in the way of what our actual wants and needs are, and, you know, saying, oh, I'm stronger than that, I can take care of this, I can do it, I don't need anyone else's help. So I'm getting off on a little bit of a tangent here, but I think it's just so important to talk about stuff like this. We can see that this shift is going on, and we can see that more and more people are getting interested in transformation, and, you know, I feel like a lot of people, just like me, have gotten to a place where they feel so like, oh my God, life has to be more than this. I don't want to feel like I'm gonna fake it till I make it this whole time. There has to be more to life. I felt no connection with myself. And yeah, that's basically exactly what it is that I wanted to get on here and record about today. Because I don't think that it should be in the shadows, taking care of yourself and communicating with things that are really uncomfortable. Even if it's with yourself, even if you're super scared of like looking at yourself, because a lot of us are. We keep ourselves super distracted so that we don't have to look at the bad habits that we formed and the way that we speak to people and the actions that we make that hurt others. And, you know, we don't want to look at these things. So we, you know, keep ourselves super busy or watching TV or something, things that don't like stimulate us in a creative and passionate or a communicative an effective way. We kind of drown out the noise. And that's why I think that we're seeing so many people, you know, having trouble sleeping and having trouble concentrating or focusing, or I could go on and on and on, but I'm really excited to, especially since this is a brand new channel for me, this is something that I'm really just diving into. I really want to make my intention clear as to what it is that I'm trying to do with this channel, because I feel like although the majority of the people are not going to dig on this and they're not, you know, gonna understand what it is and where it is that I'm coming from, I feel like there are some people that are on this vibration, because that's really all it is. Whenever you're searching for something within yourself and you're at a place and a level of happiness inside of yourself, you want to connect with other people and talk about it. So that we understand that we're not alone, and so that we understand that this is real, and so that we understand that this is a movement that's taking place. And by me showing up and expressing myself and communicating this because it's important to me, maybe out there somewhere someone else is going to do the same, and this is how we create a little ripple effect. And I'm not saying that I'm the start of it by any means, but I've had my life radically transformed, and I just want to tell everyone who wants to listen to about it, because life can be anything that you want it to be. It's not ever going to be perfect. Perfect isn't a thing. It's fake. Perfection is not real. So, starting to tune your awareness into that and understanding that perfection is not real, and that comparison to anyone else or anything else is the thief of joy, and that you can never accomplish happiness with that mindset, because it's competition, it's competitive, and that doesn't come from love. I guess I can understand a little bit more about the hippie thing. This is paint, by the way, watercolor. You know what else? And I'll just add this in because this video is getting a little bit long and I have to go to a meeting. But I'll talk about this so much more, but these gems and crystals are my armor. These are like my protection. And they each stand for something really different. And when I am in a state where I'm not worried about things and I'm not up here in my head, and I come from really intense and very severe anxiety. And when I'm able to tune out of my head, which is a method called grounding. Grounding gets you out of your head, it gets you out of your stress. That's what this stone is for, my black tourmaline. One of the heaviest and most grounding stones that you can wear. Whenever I do find myself getting away from myself and just getting really caught in my head, not able to get the words out, I ground myself, I take a breath, and I remind myself that I'm wearing this stone and I have the ability to communicate. And that's also what this bracelet is for, my blue lace agate. This is the stone for the fifth chakra, which is the chakra of communication, the throat chakra, expressing yourself, singing, spoken word, just communication to whatever it is that you want to express. So these are all things, these are all little tidbits and little ways that you can keep yourself in this space of mindfulness and alignment. Thank you guys so much. I'm so excited to dive into all of this stuff with you. If you have comments and you want certain things talked about, please leave it in the comments section down below. I'm going to link all of my social media down in the description box, and please just let me know if anything that I said here resonates with you. Please give a little like down here, I want to say in this corner, and make sure to subscribe to my videos so that you don't miss any. I don't have a regular schedule yet, but I'm just getting started, so thank you so much, and I'm so excited to go on this journey with you and for you to be a part of mine and for me to be a part of yours. Love you guys so much.